Flixo is an ICO that somebody sent me a few days ago, and I'm pretty bullish on. All right, bullish to the point that I think it's a small buy. All right, it's not the, it's basically a tier 3 ICO, right? But I think it's definitely worth a shot. So I will be trying to participate in their pre-sale. That's why I like them as well. They have a pre-sale going on, and they have a 30 to 60% bonus available depending on how much you you invest, right? So, all right. So what is Flixo? Flixo community-based video distribution, right? So this is basically a decentralized YouTube. All right, so you're probably saying this seems similar to library, and yes, in a way, it does seem similar to library. The only difference is, I guess, their go-to-market strategy is different in the sense that you with library, I believe you have to pay to use the tokens, and this you can actually use their DApp for free, right? You can just watch ads and earn tokens, which is a pretty interesting model, right? But anyway, the whole point is to have content producers, people like me, being able to put content on their platform and not have YouTube control it, right? But what truly makes this stand out, though, is the team. They have an all-star team, right? So they have Adrian Garelick. I actually had a call with him today. Now, he's the co-founder of RSK Labs. For you guys who don't know, RSK Labs is Rootstock, right? So when you hear Bitcoin Rootstock, which is basically it's a company that makes Rootstock, which is meant to bring smart contracts to Bitcoin, right? Because everybody says, "Oh, Bitcoin is slowing down; they aren't really innovating," right? Well, Rootstock is meant to bring smart contracts capabilities to Bitcoin, right? The stuff that's available with Ethereum, with dApps, is going to be available on Bitcoin, ideally with Rootstock, right? This has been a pretty big project, right? Well, this guy is the co-founder of that, right? So that's pretty huge, right? You guys can do your own research on Rootstock, but to have the co-founder of Rootstock doing an ICO, I think is definitely huge, right? They have domain expertise. He's based in Argentina, right? RSK Labs. Well, actually, let's look that up right now. RSK Labs. Isn't that similar to Flick as well? I've not looked into Flick, but it could be. All right, so yeah, RSK Labs. Let me see here. Okay, so they raised 3.5 million for Bitcoin smart contract. Actually, let's do Rootstock. Am I doing it right? Yeah, Rootstock RSK. All right, it's taking a while to load here. Let me go to this page here. All right, so RSK raises 3.5 million, launches Bitcoin smart contract testnet. All right, so this is some pretty, I wouldn't say it's hyped, but people who are in the know in the scene are really excited to see what's possible with smart contracts on Bitcoin. Right, so the company behind this is also behind Flixo. Right, so that's anyway. I'm gonna stop there with that one. Let's see if you can pull up the page here. All right, so as that is loading, then we also have this other guy here, Pablo. He's worked at IBM and Toshiba. But then the other all-star, Federico Abad. For anybody out there who's ever pirated torrents, if you've ever used an app called Popcorn Time, this guy is the creator of Popcorn Time. And for those who don't know, Popcorn Time is basically an application you download on your desktop that then connects to all the other BitTorrent websites out there, like I haven't used BitTorrent in a while. I guess Demonoid, the Pirate Bay, all those other public torrent trackers, and will automatically turn that into a nice user interface. So it basically turns the Pirate Bay and all those other apps into your own Netflix on your desktop. Right? I used to use this a while back when I was a broke college kid. Right? So I know how big this was. Right? So let's look that up. But the problem with Popcorn Time was it kept getting shut down, right? Because it wasn't decentralized, right? Similar to most BitTorrent sites. Right? So if we go to Popcorn Time, actually I think it might still be because it was open sourced and there are many different forks being put up online, right? But let me show you how great the user interface was with this. Uh, so Emma says, "Yep, imagine Bitcoin adding smart contracts." Jihan Wu is an investor in RSK. RSK is legit. All right, yeah. So I think this is one of the sites for Popcorn Time. All right, but actually, I want to get a. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. There's so many different sites now that it's kind of hard to figure out which one is which. But anyway, you guys can kind of Google that on your own time, if possible. All right, if this takes too while to pull up. But I wanted to get a really nice. All right, so here we go. All right, Google Images to save the day. All right, so imagine having it's kind of like your own Roku, your own Amazon Fire, but it's just an app on your desktop, and they're all torrents, right? So you guys see this? Right? Can I make this full screen here? Right. So these were apps. This is basically an app on your desktop, and even I think there was an app on the phone as well for Android, right? But yeah, this was, and these are all just torrents, right? So this was a really nice, well designed. It was big at the time, right? So now I think in a way they're trying to. All right, so here we go. Right, here's an example. Right, so if we go to Spider-Man, all right, we can then watch this torrent live here, right? So imagine having this available as an app. So when this came out back then, it was pretty big. All right, so having the creator be a part of this, I think these two guys are all stars. Then Pablo is an all star as well. I'll go through his LinkedIn here. All right, so he is a CTO. He worked almost 12 years in IBM as a C assembly programmer. Then also same role and at Toshiba for about 2 years. Yeah, so it's a pretty competent team in my opinion. Right. Then the advisors. Okay, they got this. I had him as an all-star, Micro Turpin. I think I had this guy. Let me pull them up real quick. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I don't think RSK is having an ICO. I'm not sure about it. I haven't really heard much about it. All right, but in general, though, right? But what makes this even a better or a good ICO is they have a really low cap, right? So we can go to their token sales structure here. All right, so right now the price per ETH or per token is for every one Ethereum you get 4,000 Flux tokens. But the pre-sale price is even better, right? And for the pre-sale, minimum investment amount was 150 Ether, with the price of Ethereum at about 340. That is about 50 grand is the minimum investment for pre-sale, right? So if you're able to pull your funds together with some friends, you can get discounts because, excuse me. So let's see here. 50% of the tokens are being sold during the ICO. They already have an alpha out, right? So first day bonus is 30% off the token price, right? It's a tiered bonus structure. But if you get the pre-sale, right, it is 30%, actually no, 20% extra off. So you can basically get like, actually no, excuse me. I know it varies from, it starts at 45% off. 45% all the way to 60%, I believe. Anyway, you guys can inquire over the pre-sale. But I think if you get in on a pre-sale at this, right, with their cap is only, let me pull it up here. So, because I had a call with their founder today because I was inquiring about a pre-sale, and he said actually going to be burning tokens because when they set the price of Ethereum, I mean, the price of Ethereum was, I believe, in the 200s, and now the price of Ethereum is 340, right? And they don't want to have a huge cap. So he mentioned he wants the cap to be between 12 and 14 million or so, basically under 20 million, right? So if we go based on the price they give us here, right? And he mentioned they'll be only giving 200 tokens during the ICO, right? As opposed to the 300 million that's in the white paper. So that's going to be changing soon. That's the inside tip you guys have right now for being on the live stream. But anyway, so what I calculate the cap is about 17 million, which I think is very cheap, right? For some an app that already has an alpha out, um, have the good team, creator of Popcorn Time, founder of RSK, right? 17 million is a steal, right? The community could be better though, right? There are only 536 people in the community, so that's not good, especially for getting onto exchanges like Bittrex, right? Bittrex is adding new tokens now, so they could definitely do a lot better in terms of growing the community. Let me just see how many people they have now on their Telegram. All right, 616. All right, so we can update this here, 616. All right, but anyway, in general, right, to kind of recap, I think it's a small buy, right? It's not a go big buy. Don't sell your house, don't sell your kids for this ICO. It's not a strong buy, but it's something I plan to take a chance on, right? Because it's a small buy and they have a pre-sale going on with a good discount, right? So if I'm able to meet the pre-sale requirements, I will plan to be part of it, right? Yeah, and that's so in terms of how much I would likely invest, right? Based on my current portfolio size, I'd probably put in about 4,600, 4,700, basically about 14 Ether, based on my portfolio size. So about 2% of my portfolio I would put into this ICO. Right now, with that being said, this is my opinion. This is my research, not financial advice. Right? Do your own research, consult your own advisors. All right, but yeah, I think this is I'm bullish on this ICO. All right. Am I still holding Kyber and Enigma? Yes, I'm still holding Kyber and the Enigma. I've not taken out my investment in Kyber, and that's just mainly because I didn't get as big of an allocation as I wanted to, right? So I didn't really see the need to sell. I'm your advisor, Mad Cow. I appreciate it. Yeah, so RSK is not having an ICO. I'm saying the RSK co-founder is having his own ICO with Flixo. Flixo is the ICO, right? So if you go to the team, whatever, right? Adrian here, co-founder at RSK Labs, right? So he's doing an ICO, right? Which is so he's pretty credible in the space. RSK, Popcorn Time, right? Open source, blockchain, right? So I think actually, wait a minute, guys. We forgot to look at the advisors. We jumped the gun there. All right, let's make sure we got this. All right, so Michael Turpin, let's look him up as well. All right, so he founder and CEO of Transform Group. Um, okay, so co-founder and chairman of Bit Angels. All right, it started the first angel investor group focused on identifying, funding, and mentoring seed and early stage startups. So this Bit Angels was a well-known, at least I've known about it in this space. Let's see what else here. Okay, founder and chairman of MarketWire. MarketWire is a well-known company for PR, press release, right? It's a division of NASDAQ now, right? So I think that's pretty credible, right? Founder of MarketWire, right? For anybody out there who does press releases, it's a public company, right? And Bit Angels, and then there was something else. Um, anyway, but yeah, so I have him as an all-star, and let's look at Sebastian. All right, so Sebastian, what has he done? Okay, so he was senior technology advisor for Argentina's tax administration. All right, let's look this one up here. Then tech advisor 1 year for the UN, United Nations, right? So I had him as an all-star, right? Because working for the United Nations and also Argentina's tax department is pretty good stuff. All right, so if we look this up, right, their tax department is pretty big. Okay, I have to translate this to English. All right, there we go. All right, it's the Federal Public Revenue Administration. Is responsible for executing policies promoted by the National Executive in Tax, blah, blah, blah. All right, so it's basically the government agency in Argentina for taxes. Like basically the Argentinian IRS, over 10,000 employees. So I had that as pretty credible. Let's see here, Rodrigo. He is a producer for the Fav Network, which is kind of like a YouTube studio, I believe. Um, Not sure about this one. Endemol. Let me look this up. All right, let's look up the Fab Network. Everybody hates AFIP. Are you from Argentina? Maybe you can chime in. Let's see here. All right, so Fab is the first digital video company for digital-first content consumers. We partner with top TV, cable media brands, and influencers in Latin America to produce. All right, let's check out their site there. Okay, Endemol, that one I've not heard of. I think I passed on them. Or maybe I did not. Let's see. Endemol Shrine Group is a global production powerhouse creating world-class content for all platforms. Okay, 5 to 10,000 employees based in Amsterdam. Endemol Shrine's content is enjoyed wherever the audience wants to watch and generates more than 1.6 billion monthly views online. Actually, let's check this out some more. Alright, so it says Enderman is huge, and Telefe is one of the biggest TV channels in Argentina. Okay, that's good to know. Alright. Yeah, so it seems like this is more of their content or TV and media. But anyway, alright, so I would going back to so I have him as an all-star. Do I have yeah, I think we can have Rodrigo as an all-star. Let me just double check. Sebastian. Actually, I think it was Sebastian who was at the tax IRS, whatever it was. We're getting lost now. All right. Okay, all right. So the designer, Federico. Actually, no. This is the founder. Sorry, I'm getting lost, guys. What do I think of Substratum? Substratum, I passed on their ICO because they had no prototype, but now they're already on exchanges. I think there's progress. They might be. I think they might have a prototype now. All right, so let's see. Okay, yeah. So I had him as an all-star as well. All right. So in general, though, all right, I think this is a decent ICO. It's a small buy, all right. Not a strong buy, not a go big buy, all right. But I think it's I plan to invest, right? Not much though, right? Not like Quantstem. I'm gonna try to do like 21 grand. All right, go big, right? Go big or go home, all right? If possible, all right. I would have to first take profits on some ICOs, right? Hopefully Enigma hurries up and does its 2x, and I can probably take some profit on DNT, but I would not like to do that because I'm bullish on DNT this month, right? So I would have to take profit somewhere. Like maybe CoinDash. CoinDash, I've taken profits a ton, and probably about the time I got out of CoinDash completely. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'll figure that out. But yeah. So Flixo, to recap, I'm bullish on it. All right. Small buy, good team, good product. All right. So I think it's definitely worth a shot.